Are we there?
Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Saturday, and welcome to the latest in AI and tech news. I am here with the wonderful Michael Fulton today, who is an entrepreneur. I will go ahead and give Michael the stage. Please introduce yourself, Michael. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Ash, for having me. It was a pleasure being on the show 2 weeks ago. Stepping in, Cyrus couldn't make it today, but hey, I'm here for Cyrus. My name is Michael Fulton II, founder and CEO of BizInc, co-founder of Buckhead Networking Group. Tech is the new black, just joined forces with us, so that's why I'm on this show with Ash, and we're here to talk about tech. My background: graduated from Georgia Tech, mechanical engineering. Georgia Tech, which we all know now, they just released the article, the number one public school in America. So I love that.
Yay.
And they was announced number one in the Southeast, so it makes sense to be in the world too. I mean, in America. So I'm proud of that. Some of the things that I'm doing at Georgia Tech, I just got accepted into their CreateX program. It's an entrepreneurship program where they basically help build startups. So I'll be working on building my startup. We're building a machine learning algorithm that's going to be utilizing AI for business owners. So I'm super stoked about that. I'm in their winter batch. So it's all about tech over here. And I love tech and got a platform to sit here and talk about tech. So let's get it.
Yes, that is super exciting. And congratulations on all your accomplishments, Michael. I mean, we are building the future, and the future is now. So, super, super excited for our collaboration, like you mentioned, with Tech is the New Black. And we're also really doing some amazing things in the community. And so, without further ado, let's hop into the latest AI and tech news. We have some exciting things to discuss. As you guys already know, my name is Ash, an AI specialist and also a career transition expert. So, if you guys are interested in, of course, getting into technology or artificial intelligence careers, then I'll be your gal. You can always reach out to me and schedule a personal appointment if you're interested in making that transition. Also, of course, we have the best boot camp on the market. If you're interested in either quality assurance, tech sales, or even cybersecurity, those options are all available to you guys. So let's go ahead and make sure that we're bringing you the ultimate value. And without further ado, hop into it. So with our first news article today. And let's go ahead, actually, let us know where you guys are tuning in from. Tap into the chat, guys. Tap into the chat. Welcome on this beautiful Saturday. Let us know. We'll shout you out for a special shout out. Tap into the chat. Most
Great.
definitely. Thank you guys for being here. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome to the
Welcome.
party.
So when you're in, you can see people that's actually joining because I can't see anything. How would you be able to know?
um, yeah, so we'll have to work on those settings, Michael, probably next time. But we'll definitely look into that.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. All right, you guys, come on. Let's go ahead and tap into the chat. We're still waiting on people to tap in. So go ahead, everybody. Let us know that you're here. Let us know so we can welcome you in. And so, all right, okay. We got Wingmaker from Nashville. Welcome in, Nashville. Okay, Rachel from San Francisco. Welcome, Rachel. Yes, yes. Jacqueline she says, hi, everyone. This is Jacqueline
This
from Dallas, Texas.
hey, London,
Hey, welcome in.
Jersey.
Yes, yes. Welcome. Yes, keep it coming.
Yeah, keep it coming because on my end, I can't see if anyone's here. So I like to see that I got people listening. It makes me feel good. Good morning. Good morning. That's good.
Yes. Good morning,
You know,
Jalen.
I'm just curious. Quick question in the chat. How have y'all felt about the merger between Buckhead Networking Group and Tech is the New Black? Can y'all just drop your opinions? Just one quick thought. Do y'all like it? What are some ways that we can make this better? We're local in Atlanta, Georgia. Obviously you guys are all over the world, so that's beautiful, and we wouldn't just want to make sure that we're adding value, especially tech value. Okay, we got Indiana, we got, okay, so I love it. So just always give me the feedback, how you feel about what we're doing, how we can make it better. I love that Rachel from San Francisco, because that's where I'm trying to go, Silicon Valley. That's where the tech is at. I know you see a lot of new tech. You're probably the first one to see the tech get released. They have robots walking on the street. It's just so much. Ash, I don't know if you know, Silicon Valley is just like the baby of
Oh
tech.
yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
just, I want to go.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's no better place to be for innovation and to be around those change makers. So Welcome in, everybody. We also have Raleigh, North Carolina. Hey. All right. So, super, super exciting, you guys. What we're going to start off with is Amazon's merger, essentially. So, this is going to be a multimodal AI model, and this is called Olympus. So, we already know about ChatGPT. They're large language models, also known as the LLM, building NLP systems, also known as natural language processing. This is huge. And so now Amazon essentially is trying to compete with ChatGPT. There are also, a lot of other platforms out there, such as Claude, Gemini, et cetera, et cetera. And so when we see all of these organizations really coming to the stage and creating their own LLMs, hey, we'll see exactly where that's going to go. So essentially, to give you guys the deets, Amazon unveiled Olympus. It's a generative AI model capable of processing images, videos, and of course, text, like we discussed. And so this innovation is aiming to reduce Amazon's reliance on, of course, those external AI solutions such as ChatGPT or Anthropic. And so this is going to help them to enhance their user experience across all of their platforms. And so, for example, users will actually be able to search for specific video scenes using simple text prompts, et cetera, et cetera. And so essentially, this is going to be a highly interactive experience for all of their customer bases. This is going to hopefully help them to be able to increase customer satisfaction and retention. So with Amazon, competing with all of these other large language models, Michael, let us know what you think of your thoughts. Do you think that this is something that is really going to change the game for Amazon? And what really kind of brings them to this place right now?
My opinion, all companies, especially tech companies, they're all going to have their own LLM, I would say their own AI because it's going to work for their niche market. Because have you ever used Amazon's Olympus? They actually have it built in right now on their website. So if you go to Amazon.com, you can type in at the bottom. It's a cool chat bot that you can type in, hey, I'm looking for a certain product. And it gives you recommendations right now. So I feel like all these tech giants, they will have AI models that is for their niche market that caters to the software and the services that they already have. Because all they're doing, when you talk about LLMs, it's just taking the large data that they have, putting into a system, learning from those tokens, creating parameters that work for their business use case. So you got to understand, Amazon has AWS, they have the marketplace, they have so many different tools and use cases that they can embed AI in to make their customers happy, same as vice versa. Gemini and Google, they're doing things that's going to be different when it involves search. Then you got Microsoft with their chat,
Yeah.
their language model, and they're building tools for business owners, large scale enterprise with their Copilot program. So there's going to be so many different tech companies building their own unique AI. Where, from the grand scheme today, they all seem like they do the same thing. But as we continue to grow and build these systems, it's going to be niched out for their customer base to serve their customers. So that's why one of the things I always push is if you're a business owner today, you have to understand what these large tech companies are doing with these models and creating it for their business use case. And you need to create those business use cases for your business. All they're doing is taking all their data that they store. That could be transactional records, that can be customer FAQs, understanding what your customers, the questions and answers that they need from you. And they're putting all this information into a large language model to enhance their customer experience. So it's an amazing thing. I'm curious to see how far Amazon takes their large language model and what they're going to do, but I've already seen the initial phase of it with the Amazon.com, just typing in, hey, I want to search for a product. And it's cool that I just seen Meta's, they now allow you to, through their chat bot on Facebook and WhatsApp and Instagram, you can now start generating images. I was like, wow, I didn't know they got to the point.
Yeah.
ChatGPT's been generating images, Midjourney's been generating images.
Hmm.
Now on Instagram, you can start generating images. Now I haven't tested out. I don't know if it's actually as good as Midjourney, which I doubt it, but it's now allowing you to generate images, and I can see Amazon getting to a point where they do that same thing too.
Wow. I mean, my mind is blown. And the fact that you've already tested out this feature as well is absolutely incredible. So, did you find it to be significantly useful when you were searching for your ideal products?
I'll be honest with you, I don't use Amazon. I so I'm not the Amazon customer, but I have my own software company and I'm building things for business owners. So that same conversational AI, I'm learning from what they're doing for their ecosystem,
Yes.
their e-commerce platform, so I can build the same thing within Bazing. But instead of you going in, so how Amazon's chatbot works, I can type in, "Hey, I'm looking for a frisbee." Then they're going to give you all the frisbees, and you can talk a little bit more in depth with it. Hey, I need a frisbee that does XYZ. It could be black, it could be blue. Hey, I need a blue frisbee that can do something. I don't know what frisbees do. They just throw them. But it would basically show you all those products that go for that specific need. So we're doing the same thing at
Yes.
Bazink, where if you're looking for a certain service provider, so you go to Bazink, hey, I'm looking for a beauty professional that is in Atlanta, Georgia, that can do my hair Saturday. Um, and I need locks. The service may be I need my locks retwisted. It would take
Wow.
all that natural language and just showcase all the business owners that do that specific niche thing. So I'm learning from their model because it's kind of e-commerce, but we're instead of it being products, we're doing services.
Wow. Did y'all hear that? I mean, that's absolutely genius. And I'm looking forward to even testing that out. So that is absolutely incredible. I mean, what an amazing innovation. So that's super, super exciting. I mean, I'm looking forward to, heading over to Amazon myself and testing out the feature. So we have a few comments in the chat. So let's go ahead and shout you guys out. Jacqueline, thank you so much. She says, I love Tech is the New Black. I have learned a ton and figured out what area in tech I'm interested in. Go ahead, Jacqueline. We love to hear that.
Love, love.
um, Rachel says, come visit San Francisco. Yes, Rachel, we would love to come visit you. And most definitely amazing that you are residing there and experiencing all the innovation in San Fran. So Henrietta says, good morning from Dallas, Texas. Welcome in from Dallas,
Good morning.
Texas.
Good
Uh,
morning.
yes, good morning, guys. Austin says facts, 100%. And Nacha says that is good info right there. Absolutely. I mean, Michael is bringing major gems right now. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and pass it back over to Michael for another news article. Anything that you have to present?
Someone did just say in the chat. They said, "Where's Cyrus?" Cyrus is he can't make it. You know where Cyrus is at, Ash?
Well, Cyrus is traveling around the world. So I'm not really sure exactly where he's at. I think he might be even on a plane as we speak. So he's not here today, but he will be in the next Saturday morning news chat, you guys. And so most definitely.
Yeah, so just give you an update. But tech news, there's so much happening so fast. Did you hear
Yes.
about the Dodge? I don't actually have an article, but the Dodge situation with Donald Trump and Elon Musk and how they're finna do the audit. Did you hear anything about that? Are you familiar?
Yeah, I did. Apparently, it was Vivek who released a breakdown of exactly their process of what they're going to be cutting spending on. One of those was Planned Parenthood. And so, obviously, a huge organization. And so, if they're making significant cuts, I mean, obviously, all the implications are really, really going to affect the way that we all live. So, what do you think about it, Michael?
Oh, when we think about, like I said, Elon Musk and Donald Trump, I see what they're doing. They're trying to make the government more efficient. They're gonna find ways to cut spending, and I mean, like you said in the last time we talked, it's like, is it is he going to do it in the benefit of what brings value to his brands? I'm talking about Elon Musk and the things that he's doing. Obviously, Doge. I think it's not Dodge. It was Doge. Doge.
Yeah.
Obviously he has Dogecoin, and I've been looking at how he's going to, utilize his own cryptocurrency and a lot of these efforts and things of that nature. So, I mean, he's still capitalistic, but still trying to find ways to benefit the government at the same time. So, just to see as a CEO, because I'm a CEO myself, is like, how much are you truly thinking about the people versus how much are you truly thinking about yourself? So
Mm-hmm.
that's just the question for the mind of the individual that's putting this together, that's playing chess with the government.
Absolutely. And I mean, the ROI, return on investment, I mean, I think it was over what, 3,000%. I mean, Elon is technically, I think now the richest person, the richest man in the world. And so it's absolutely insane to see just the benefits, that it's received. But however, this is an opportunity for us all to benefit. So we see the benefits of, for example, cryptocurrency for all of those investors out there. And so we have a few interesting comments here in the chat. So Naja says, my guy getting that bag. We're talking about Cyrus. She said, carry on, guys. Loving the info. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Naja. And so absolutely, Cyrus, he's about that shmonyan. So he's out there, getting to the bag. Stop the Like says, Ash is thick. Okay, I'll take it. Hey. Anywho, let's get into the next subject of tech news. And if you guys have any comments, questions, anything like that, go ahead, let us know. We'll shout you out. Shout out to you guys for all being here today. So without further ado, as you guys already know, crypto is booming. Michael, are you an investor in cryptocurrency?
I was, and then I had to pull my investments out because I'm investing in myself.
Right.
But I was big like it was 2020. I've been investing in crypto since 2019. I've been studying the going up and down. I remember when it was at $5. I wish I would have jumped in at $5. I did get some Bitcoin. I played the day trade game where I'm day trading crypto. When it goes up, sell it. Made a lot of money, but I pulled all my funds out of crypto only because I'm investing those funds back into my organization. But I do see the value in crypto. One of the coins I was telling people, like, if you're not invested in Dogecoin, go ahead and get some. It's only 40 cents. Think of Dogecoin as when Bitcoin was $5. We know Dogecoin is going to hit least
To the
$50.
moon.
Like it's going to go high. So if you get into Dogecoin now, I don't think it's a short term win. I think this is like any crypto, you want to just hold it for a long time. It's just imagine you started with Bitcoin back when it was $5. I think that was 2013, and you talk about 10 years later, how much return you would have made if you made that investment back then. So I think that's what a lot of cryptos across the board. If you get in today, there is going to be a 10-year push on it, and it's going to be a great asset. Especially what they're doing right now is they're trying to figure out what is the currency of America. We went off of the gold standard, we was on nickel, and now we're just off of printed dollars or the value we want to put on it. There's, I don't fact check me on the government how they treat the value of the dollar, but it has no real value associated to it, and
Yeah,
we're trying
fiat.
to find ways to create that value. And I think the push is going to be crypto to recreate the value structure. So crypto is going to me, in my eyes, I feel like crypto is going to be something truly important to have in your pocket. It's like owning gold because they can limit the amount. And by limiting the amount, that's what makes things rare. And when you can make things rare, you can up the value.
Hmm. Love that. Dropping gems, Michael. Yes. So we have a few comments here. And so thank you, AI Trek with Sevek. So he's interested in knowing about AI agent crypto. So automating cryptocurrency exchanging. So essentially, you're going to be able to maximize your ROI and get to the big money. A lot of people are doing that, and they've been doing that for a very long time. And so we can definitely get into that. And so we're actually going to be discussing for our next news topic something super, super exciting about how the finance industry is going to be booming. So you guys have major opportunities out there. Well, we're going to go ahead and cover a few of your comments here. Thank you, Tiffany. Shout out to Tiffany. She says, I'm all about efficiency. However, based on the character and those leading in this area, having exemplified their lack of experience in government, its policies and procedures are really concerning. Absolutely. And so we really do have to bring, conviction to the stage and also ethics, because it will be a conflict of interest on Elon Musk's part, since obviously he has SpaceX and also Tesla. And so AI Track Visual says Virtual's protocol is very interesting. Absolutely. Jacqueline says, I invested in crypto back in 2014.
She went.
Yes. Who
She
else?
went. She's winning.
Yes, yes. If you guys invest in crypto or you did invest in crypto, let us know. Let us know. Most definitely, a great investment at this time. So Tiffany says, AI Trek says 100, 100, period. Tiffany says fresh ideas and new blood can be a good thing. Yes, but I feel that it may be more about how certain people can stay at the top, which can create a gap for others that are trying to come up. Facts, Tiffany. She also said, I do believe that we can't sleep on crypto. So true, so true. Yes, Calistro says beautiful. Thank you so much. And so AI Trek says AI agent crypto is bigger than AI crypto. Facts. I mean, I'm
I'm
not really
curious to
sure.
learn,
Like,
what is AI crypto or AI agent crypto like? Do you know about that,
so
Ann?
it's basically just like automating the process, the exchange process. So you're going to be able, you know how like forex trading, and so like it's essentially you can kind of like automate that process to be able to realize, you know, significant gains. It's essentially that process. And so basically, like instead of you having to like mentally figure out when you're going to make the exchange, what time, you know what I'm saying? AI will do all of that for you. And
Oh,
so
so it's just
it's an
basically the
interesting process.
bots. It's the bots that
Yeah.
they've been doing for a long. So they're just calling it
Yeah.
now AI, but it's really just those bots in the in your portfolio
Yeah.
that can buying and selling for you, and it's reading. And I guess it is AI because it has data, historical data, and it kind of knows the trends, when to buy, when to sell, based off of volatility and things of that. So it makes sense. Okay, AI agent.
Yes. Yes.
So AI agent. So that's just a crypto. I like that. Yeah, I can see it being big.
Yeah. Might have to get on that. I mean, you can just sit back and make, you know, a lot of money, eh?
What you
uh,
have you're gonna have a Bitcoin agent, you're gonna have a Dogecoin agent, you're gonna have an Ethereum agent, and they're better than
yes.
just an AI agent that does crypto. So yeah, I can see it.
Yes, so much opportunity on the table, you guys, to be seized. So much shmoney out there. So, Rachel Clark, thank you so much. She has a great comment here. She says, one concern with crypto is the potential elimination of debanking. Yes, and how government will protect the nation from terrorists and criminals. If we cannot debunk them, lots of controversy around debunking it as is has been considered an abuse of power. But seizing the assets is still important. Is still an important power to have. Absolutely. Absolutely, Rachel. Thank you so much for that because it's absolute fact. So we want to make sure that, you know, we're able to remain in control with balance, but also, you know, have a balance of power. So AI Trek says they have their own social media accounts. Exactly. And Jacqueline says the convo is very interesting. Love that, you guys. And you know what? It's about to get a lot more interesting. So let's go ahead and hop into the next phase of news. Here you guys go for everybody interested in the finance industry. They always say to follow the money, right? So we're looking into our news article of how we have AI powered fintech startups on the rise. And so, despite the downturn in finance and fintech financing, we're looking at major venture capitalists and identifying and investing in 15 promising AI driven fintech startups. And so these companies are leveraging, of course, AI to revolutionize financial services, offering solutions like AI based revenue prediction for artists and automated financial licensing. And so essentially, this is going to maximize operational efficiency and also market integration. We can look forward to not only streamlined processes, reduce costs, and even enhance decision making, but also a really more so dynamic market environment. And so this is seeking to really disrupt traditional financial models. So fiat currency, you know, cash on hand, that's a thing of the past. Digital currency, what do you guys say? Do you think it's the future?
Yeah, I feel like Ash, that is the future. Like when you think of our banking system, you think of the assets that's out there, like it has to go through the next wave of business models. And one thing I've analyzed because I work with a lot of business owners out here, when you have small businesses versus big businesses, one thing, the difference between a small brand and a big brand, they're on the technological wave. They know what's coming first. So what they do is when you talk about fintech, when we talk about the business model, so for example, a car wash today versus a car wash back in the day, car washes have embedded a SaaS model within their car wash infrastructure because they have learned to make sure my business operates at efficiency. I need recurring customers. So you may have a car, you may charge $20 for a car wash to a customer. That customer may come to your car wash once every 3 months. Or I can create a SaaS model that allows that customer to pay me $30 per month. Tell them they get unlimited. I already know they're only going to probably come three times once in 3 months. So charging them, telling them they got unlimited makes them feel more value, like, oh, I can go whatever. But truly, they're only gonna still come once every 3 months because that was their behavior. So when we talk about fintech and we talk about these new tech ecosystems that's being built, as a business owner, you have to adapt a tech business model within your business, like a SaaS business model that allows reoccurring appointments, knowing the consumer's behavior. So then you have to, so for example, if I'm working with a barber and we talk about adding fintech and SaaS to his business, a customer may, because of funds, I may charge $100, I may charge $50 for a cut in Atlanta, Georgia. That same cut is going to, I may need a cut every 2 weeks, or some guys may want it every week. But if you're a business barber and you want to add a SaaS model to your business, you may tell that barber, hey, that customer, hey, if you pay me 120 per month, you can get unlimited cuts. It may sound scary because you may think you're giving that guy a cut every day, but in the scheme of things, he may only come twice. And if he comes twice every 2 weeks, that's $50. So now you just made an additional 20. And that's just a
Mm,
fintech business model. And when you think of
yes.
that mindset, everyone has to adapt their business to a fintech or some type of technology, add technology to their business for scalability and for growth to sustain and within the next 30 years.
Oh, yes. And a reoccurring revenue model is one of the best to have. So, you guys heard that first. Michael here dropping absolute gems. So, listen up, you guys. You guys will be set up to win financially and in both professionally, personally, and in for your businesses. So, all right, you guys, let's go ahead and hop into a few of your comments here. Thank you so much for your engagement and for letting us know your thoughts. So, AI Trek, super engaged here. He says, exactly, for sure. AI Cool Rattler says, what are your thoughts on the future in fintech? Will this be the next explosive career field in IT like coding or programming was a few years ago? All right, absolutely. I mean, honestly, every single industry is booming, not only finance, fintech, but also healthcare, robotics, et cetera, et cetera. And so we can expect growth in almost any area. And so Anthony says, no, digital currency is not the future. Hey, if it is programmable, then the government can adjust or take your money. The lack of education of these two is jaw dropping. Okay, we have a hater here in the chat. But thank you for your comment, Anthony. Appreciate it. If you have
I would
anything, he
challenge
says,
that. I would challenge Anthony on that, Ash, if we could pause right here.
go
Because he
ahead.
said, I'm here to hear his opinion. He said digital currency isn't the future. If it is programmable, then the government can adjust it. It's like anything. The government can adjust dollars today. Like, we have no value system on the dollars, but we understand interest rates. We understand the business side. We can't just adjust the price. And we do it all the time. We manipulate the dollar. Sometimes we print more money. Sometimes we stop printing money. It's the flow of capital. So it's already programmable, the current system we have. All blockchain does is it adds another layer of fintech so we can have more security and more transparency from what we currently have. Because right now we don't understand what the government is doing. But now when you can create a digital system that I can now read and understand and build onto, that's just giving me more transparency. So I'm challenging him on the concept. I'm not saying that digital currency is or isn't the future. We will see. But the concept of being programmable, the system is already programmable. We already
Mhm.
put our inputs through it. It's just not through the computer. It's just a man signing a piece of paper. So now the digital will speed it up for us. But you keep reading the questions.
Absolutely. And we can also look at other nations who perhaps are a little bit further ahead in technology. For example, in Asia, Japan, and China, they, do not have, it's an outdated fiat model. And so it's all digital currency that they operate from. They use their phone to make transactions, et cetera, et cetera. And so We're all open to any opinions, and so we love to hear you guys' thoughts here. So Kalisho says, nice marketing plan. Okay, thank you so much. And all right, let's go ahead and hop into the next order of business. Again, if you guys have anything to say, we love to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So we also want to keep it positive. Anthony, thank you for the other comment here. I'm not even going to read it, but basically I'm not even going to read it. We're going to keep it positive. Glorious Nation says government and hacktivist groups would go crazy when it goes digital, and they do. Yes, they do, absolutely. And so they're going to need to be, security protocols, checks and balances that, are now certainly in place. However, with the increased advancement of technology, there's going to be requirements for security on all fronts. So
Yes.
most definitely, we need to all prioritize exactly how we can keep ourselves safe and also our assets.
It's just like
All right.
the dollar today has a blue strip on it. So if you make a fake dollar, you can't make that fake blue strip. So you know if it's real or fake. There's going to be counterfeits in every fintech that we do, in the financial industry. Someone's going to try to counterfeit it, but it's our job as the government, as the people, to find ways to make security.
Mm-hmm. Well said, Michael. Thank you. All right, you guys. Well, let's get into speaking more about the future. Okay, as we all know, a lot of people are out there, losing their jobs right now because they're being replaced by artificial intelligence. However, there are a lot of people who say that we are going to be empowered because it's not going to be, AI itself that takes your job. As they say, it's going to be somebody who uses AI. So you guys are here to learn not only how you can transition into tech and AI and also get a competitive advantage, but also to learn about the changes of the world so that you can stay proactively ready. So with that, we're looking at a few changes that's happening at the Commonwealth Bank of Australia, also known as the CBA. So they recently essentially invested significantly in AI to improve operations, achieving a 40% reduction in call center wait times. And so obviously this is happening to where a in-house team of nearly 10,000 AI systems are really being used to boost productivity and profitability. And so essentially we're looking at AI changing customer service engagement. And also on risk mitigation side, we're looking at implementing AI for, like we discussed, fraud detection and preventing security measures and also protecting both the bank and its customers. And so what do you guys think? Do you think that it's an ethical consideration to deploy AI, for example, in customer service and banking, which they already are doing? However, they're really, amplifying it.
What's your opinion on it, Ash?
So I'm really thinking that it's just kind of the way of the land. Obviously, this bank in particular is trying to balance AI automation with the need for human insight or oversight. And so a lot of people are going to be replaced. I think it's super easy to replace customer service. And so those jobs are going to be number one. We're going to see a significant loss in those particular areas. And so it's just, something that is easily predictable. Having it in a banking industry in particular is also very interesting. And so if we're having, opportunities to reduce scam bots, et cetera, and also reducing wait times, then I think that's a win-win. And so just seeing a lot of these companies adopt measures that are going to really increase efficiency to make our lives easier makes a lot of sense.
Yes, most definitely. And then I tell people all the time because I look at everything as a business viewpoint because that's just the industry that I'm in. When it comes to these systems, it's actually going to balance the playing field because when we talk about big corporations, especially in the last generation, if you can create a customer service team of hundreds of people, that can now expedite your business past any other business. However, if you can sit behind a computer, anyone can make the best customer service bot for their business. Now you can challenge those bigger brands because, yes, that bigger brand may have more resources than you, but you now have a better personal experience for your niche audience. So, yes, the mass majority of users may go to the bigger brand because you can't serve them all, but you having your own personal agent that does that same thing but better for your customers is always going to keep you in the game. So with these AI implementation, it's not only going to help displace jobs, but they're going to create more. That's what, when I was listening to Mark Zuckerberg, he was saying there's going to be billions of AI agents. I literally see it being billions of AI agents everywhere. And it's not, and it's, they're just bots tweaked to people's likeness. So it's like, hey, I'm going to have an AI agent. One of the cool things I've seen as Tesla, um, Elon Musk, he did his keynote, or he did a show, and he was showing the Tesla bots. He literally had a video of the bot walking outside. You pull up, imagine this, you get home, you pull up, you got groceries in your back seat. I don't, everyone, you call the kids. By the time you get to the house, you already done called the kids, meet me at the door, the groceries in the truck. Go take it in the house because I'm tired. I just went shopping. I don't want to have to take the groceries in the house too. So what they're doing now is, instead of calling those kids, some people don't have kids. I don't have kids. Call that bot. Hey, bot. It's the Tesla bots, the walking ones, the walking robots. Hey, I just pulled up to the car. Come get the groceries out the car. And Elon Musk literally had a robot walking with the groceries. And another one I seen was a lady was at the mall shopping. She was literally shopping at the mall. She had 5 bots holding all her luggage as she's
Oh yeah,
shopping.
I
So
saw that. I think that was AI though, but you,
no, that was
that
real.
was definitely
I think that was Elon Musk advertising his bots. That wasn't Elon Musk's bots.
no.
Okay, that may
She's
be
like in
AI.
a shopping. Yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking
Okay,
about. That was definitely AI.
okay, that's AI, but it's true. The concept of it, it may be AI.
Yes,
Elon Musk is already doing it. I thought that was an advertisement for Tesla, but I didn't look too deep into it. But that's basically the same concept that Elon Musk is doing. You're literally going to be able
yes,
to buy a bot, just like you buy a car.
yes.
People buy,
Mm-hmm.
everyone has a car, and they spend 20 to 30 to 40 thousand dollars on a car. It's going to be the same concept with AI robots, where people are going to, hey, I'm going to this dealership. It's going to be a Tesla dealership. Hey, I want to buy my first robot. What do you want your robot to do? I want my robot to clean my dishes. Okay, bet. We got a robot that you're gonna unpackage when you get home, and anytime you walk into the kitchen, it's gonna clean the dishes for you. That's
Yeah.
literally what they're doing. That's the way of the future. Crazy to really think
Yes.
about.
It sure is. And I love that. And I love your vision as well. What do you guys in the chat want your robot to do in the future? Go ahead. Let us know. If you guys get a Tesla robot,
You get
you know.
one task. One task.
Yes, yes, so many implications. And Elon's even saying that they can do complex tasks such as babysitting, childcare, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, absolutely insane. We're in the iRobot future. So love that, Michael. I mean, I love the way that you process, the future. And I think that obviously as an innovator, that you have that genius mindset that's really gonna create a better world. And so let's go ahead and get into a few of these comments. We have a great comment from Tiffany who says, exactly, Michael, agreeing with you. She says, I actually do believe that digital currency is the future as it moves more to the forefront. I believe the security will also evolve so that this is harder to be tampered with. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Tiffany. A great, great comment. And she says, speaking to Anthony's comment, yes, thank you for the positivity. We love it. You have been the best. So, Calistro says financial education in barbershop, citywide barber club, Walmart in the barbershop. Okay, like if you are a barbershop owner, most definitely you can implement these processes to streamline, your workflow process and maximize your ROI. So most definitely. Mr. Iaga says Port Harcourt. So I'm assuming that's where you're from. Shout out to that area. Tiffany says, I remember we had the same apprehensions with the use of internets for banks. Also, I think this is a natural progression for banks in other industries. Absolutely. Absolutely. Every industry. Even as a professional and individual, I'm sure a lot of us are, automatically using ChatGPT or other large language models each and every day. And so there's so many ways that we could also, maximize our lives and enhance our lives as well. So Calistro says, see Michelin Institute, Financial Education and FinTech. Okay, everybody, let's check that out. So Glory from Glory Nation says, I work at TSMC here in Arizona as a technician. I was surprised when I finished building out the A side of the building and not visiting the A side for months, only to walk over there and see 5 personnel. So speaking to speaking to operational efficiencies, there's so much
Yeah,
room for us to be able to make improvements.
yes,
Love that, Glory. She said it's almost all automated. Oh, okay. So it is automated. Wow. Interesting. Yes. So a lot of companies and businesses are preparing themselves. So Tiffany says, yes, financial education and barbershops, et cetera, et cetera. These are implications for Tesla robots. So this is what people want their Tesla robot to do. So that's wonderful, you guys. Definitely imagine a robot cutting your hair.
yes. That'd be scary, but it's hey, they maybe do it better than a human.
Right, right. Tiffany
Then
says she wants it to clean her house.
clean your house, yes, most definitely.
Jacqueline says she wants it to handle her errands. Hey, hey. So you can sit back and relax. A lot of people want AI to clean their house, so she also agrees. So hey, that's a wonderful implication. So I'm really excited, Michael, to discuss the implications of universal basic income. So we started talking about that a bit in the last stream.
Yes.
So yeah, let's hear it from you, Michael. What do you think about UBI? Do you think it's the ultimate solution? What are your thoughts?
So as humans, we have to evolve. So it's deep to think about. Like you really have to educate yourself to really even speak on universal income because you have to come with a little optimistic mindset. When you before a person is able to completely understand universal income, you have to know where we're headed in the future. So I'm going to have a lot of opposers on understanding it just due to that concept of life today and the concept of life of what we're building. Like Elon Musk says all the time, there's going to be a time of abundance where you can have
Mm-hmm.
everything that you want. He keeps preaching there's going to be a time of abundance. That means any wants and desires of any materialistic thing you're going to be able to have. So when we talk about
Mm,
materialistic things, when we look at life isn't valued off of materials. Life is valued off of happiness. So then when we talk about UBI, universal basic income, we talk about only providing for the necessary needs of life, not materialistic things. Obviously, there's always going to be a capitalistic side of your wants and your desires, but when we talk about power, the power grid. Let me use that just for one basic concept. Back in the day, and there still is a time today where water isn't free. People literally have to pay for water. In America, it is free. We can go to Walmart. I can drink water. I can go down. I can come. I work at a manufacturing plant right now. We're building a machine line, and we have water everywhere. Like literally, water is free in America, not in other countries. That's going to be the same thing for power. Power right now is built on a grid system. We generate power through our power plants, but they have gotten to a point where nuclear energy is so clean. We have solar energy, we have wind source energy. There's ways to produce energy where energy is going to be just like water. We're not going to be paying a power bill because, for example, um, Jeff Bezos, he just bought a nuclear plant to run all his data centers in Oregon. You have to think about this. He bought a nuclear plant to run his data centers. Understand how much power a nuclear plant generates. That's telling you how much power he needs to run those data centers. So then when you put that into concept, if he has to buy a nuclear plant to run, say that nuclear plant is just running 30% of his data centers. That means he has 70% of growth. However, where is that 70% going to be used? It's just going to be just like water flowing into the community. Why are we paying for power? So then, okay, that's one concept. Then we talk about food. Food is a necessary thing for us to survive. However, there are ways to make, I would say, pebbles that can feed homeless people. You take it still has all the nutrients you need because we have the technology to build these. I would say, think of it as like a cereal, a piece of cereal, and you eat it every day, and it's going to give you all the nutrients. It may be cheap. Like I'm not saying you can have universal income. Everyone's eating a Big Mac or everyone's eating a large steak. Everyone eat a Big Mac, but a large steak and the best food ever. But when we talk about just the necessary thing to survive as a human, food is going to be something that everyone has. You're not going to starve. because these companies generate so much money. You got to think right now, even if you go to Google's office in Atlanta, Georgia, Google's across the world, they pay for their employees' food. Like you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can take it home. They make sure you're fed well. As these tech companies get larger and the communities get larger, they're still going to be doing those things. So when we talk about 30 years and we talk about the things that we pay for today as a civilization, as an employee, I mean a CEO, I'm incentivized to pay, make sure my employee eats. The reason I'm incentivized to make sure my employee eats because I need to come back to work tomorrow. So they shouldn't be struggling to eat if I need them to work on the task. So what these companies are now, these larger CEOs, these tech CEOs are coming to realize when they talk about a time of abundance, they generate so much money that they're going to be able to take from their business to provide their community that's working in those businesses. So one of the things that Elon Musk is doing right now, he has bought so much land in Texas outside of Austin where he's literally building a community. He has SpaceX in one corner. He's bringing X to another corner. He has the Boeing company in another company, a corner, and he has Tesla in another corner. And he's literally building housing for his employees to work in inside of this small community. So with that being said, he now, as the corporation that's owning this land, owning this community, is going to make sure his people have the basic needs to survive. So when I talk about universal basic income, we have to look at it in a different perspective. And we're not saying the whole world, but in these organizations, in these small communities, power there. If you work for Tesla or in Elon Musk's community, his civilization, and he has a nuclear power plant running it, he's not going to charge you for power. He has so much excess power, it's just going to run that whole community. So in communities, and it's not going to be like America. Everyone's going to look at that community like, oh, I want to go live there. But it's going to be hard to live there. It's like how people in third world countries say, I want to move to America, but it's so hard to get there. There's going to be countries and communities that have universal basic income where everything is paid for. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be the
Yes.
whole globe. I'm not the whole globe, but these communities, they will be. And that's what these CEOs are pushing.
Absolutely. I mean, what an exciting future to think that we could possibly get paid UBI just to live. And of course, there are going to be major implications of that. However, we have to think of what the solution is going to be. And so, you guys, I want to propose to you two different options if you could choose between one or the other. Of course, we have UBI, that's going to be a financial assistance monthly for the government, but we also have something called profit sharing. So, imagine being paid, for example, for having your data being used. So the data, of course, like major companies like Facebook, Apple, et cetera, obviously they're using, massive amounts of your own personal information, but imagine being paid for that. And so essentially this concept kind of comes from, if you guys aren't aware, I grew up in a military family. And one of the places that I really grew up in and spent most of my childhood in is called an area called Kodiak, Alaska. And so it's a tiny island off the coast of, Alaska. And so essentially we were paid, I think it was quarterly, annually, for oil dividends. And so essentially this is called the Alaskan Permanent Fund Dividend, also known as the PFD. And so imagine if we are able to really be paid for a surplus of resources. And so if these companies are utilizing our data, we could be paid for that if we have the right to be able to prove how they're utilizing it. And they obviously are, companies like Meta, Facebook, et cetera, et cetera. Or we also have, UBI, that's the government paying us, monthly. And so those implications are going to be different as well. So if you could choose between one or the other, being paid for the data that you use through profit sharing future, or UBI, which option would you choose, Michael?
I feel like it's going to be a mixture of both. I'm going to say this. I would tell any CEO, because you got to understand, that's why Elon Musk is in government now when he talks about trying to create universal basic income. It's like any state. You think of a state, when you think of states, um, every state has their own rules. It's just like every city has their own rules. So it's going to only be in certain cities at a small, at the early stage. Like Elon Musk is creating a city, so he may implement it in his city, and it's not in every city. So it's just in the government of his city. And I think the only way I will pick one or the other is the value of the person that I'm working for. What is his vision for me? Because so, for example, Elon Musk, his mission is to go to Mars. He's building all these companies to go to Mars. So if I have a choice, do I want to go live in Jeff Bezos' city that's going to pay me UBI, or do I want to live in Elon Musk city that's going to pay me UBI? Because it's going to be the tech leaders that have all the capital, that have the excess of resources that you have to choose from. Then you have to look at this profit sharing. If I'm coming to work for your community, and I'm going to live in this community. You're basically taking over all my living expenses. So I depend on you. If you kick me out, obviously now I'm back into the wilderness. So I'm depending on you. I won't want a profit sharing in the overall city that we're building. I want to reap the benefits from the success that the collective is having. So you can't just pay me UBI without giving me an incentive to want to work for your company to build your vision and
Mhm.
it's kind of like right now everyone says let's play the stock game. What stock do I want to invest in? Everyone's picking here and there and there, but then you have funds that you can invest in, and you can invest in one fund. Well, then as a fund holder, you're looking at it like, okay, why would I put my funds in this fund versus that fund? So that's kind of going to be in the sense of profit share. And I tell people all the time, if you're going to work for a company, especially 40 years out of your life, I hope so think about this as an investor. If I'm working for a company, I've been working there for 30 years of my life. Have you ever invested into the company that you work for? You are the one that's pushing that company forward, but you won't even put your own dollars to invest in that company to help that company go forward. But you would rather
Mhm.
go invest in Apple that you don't work for to push that company forward through an investment portal. So I feel like the world in the next generation with more transparency, there's going to be both incentives of UBI. Those companies are going to take care of their people, and through that, those when we talk about pensions and 401ks, how it used to be where those organizations paid you pensions, it's going to be that same concept but in a different way where they're merging it. Hey, invest. If I would love if I worked for Tesla and I'm invested in Tesla, like you're growing my money and I'm building this cool technology, like why wouldn't I want to work for you, and you're going to pay for my lifestyle. So you're growing my money, you're giving me UBI, and I'm building crazy tech. Like, why wouldn't I? The only reason I wouldn't want to live in that community is Elon Musk. But that's what I say now. The bit now, who you choose to work under, like for example, if you choose to live in Jeff Bezos' system, I think that's kind of going to be. And so I wouldn't pick neither one. I would pick both. I want the universal basic income, and I want profit sharing.
Fascinating. I think that's amazing as a solution. And so I also love your idea and mind and how you came up with a solution for different businesses that are also providing UBI. I mean, that's absolutely genius. And so you're absolutely right. Like these large conglomerates will be, paying their future employees, and there is always going to be an exchange. And like you said, what's the exchange going to be? Of course, when we're talking about UBI, it's like the company pays you, for the work that you do supposedly. But on a governmental aspect, then it would be like the government pays the people for, you know, existing. However, with profit sharing, there would be a benefit because you're being actually paid for the resources that you provide, aka your own data. And so if we already know that Facebook, Microsoft, all these other organizations are making trillions and billions off of our data, I
Yes.
believe we all deserve a little piece of the pie.
Imagine if you create your own AI agent that has all your data. So it knows you from the T, and Microsoft calls you and say, "Hey, I love your AI agent. Your AI agent has a lot of data that you have inputted in it. Customers love it. I want to use your AI agent, but okay, well, if you want to tap into my AI agent, you're going to have to pay me."
Exactly, instead of just using it in their own models.
Yes, like implement your own. Yeah, I got the best AI agent for black guys that have dreads, that's 6 foot tall, that weigh 190. I have that best AI agent. So if you want to tap into that data of that guy, which is me, I have it here for you.
Right. For $1 billion, I'll give you my data.
Most
Sorry for the
definitely.
audio going in and out, you guys. I think we're good now. So let's go ahead and cover a few of your comments, you guys. Thanks for being here. Tap in. What do you guys think? Would love to hear from you. So just kind of going off on a few comments that we had earlier. We want to make sure that everybody gets the spotlight. So Jacqueline says that she wants to use her Tesla robot to braid her hair. I mean, right? Tiffany says she agrees as well. And so, yeah, Jacqueline basically just kind of agreed that it's kind of breaking out the sound system. So we're going to work on that. Hopefully it's better now. And so Tiffany made a great comment. She says, the idea of UBI seems great. However,
I hear this. It
breaking up.
sounds like static when you talk. I don't know if it's your headphones. I tried to mute mine to see if it was me. Say it again. Talk
Technical
again.
difficulties. Let me disconnect the headphones.
No, it's good now. Say something. Now you're mute. Unmute yourself.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, you sound clear. I hear you well.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's get into it to continue on. So again, Tiffany, amazing comment. Basically saying that the idea of UBI seems great. However, it is all about those who control the needs resources. Absolutely. And so Little Henderson says natural evolution towards technocracy. Absolutely. Jocelyn says, oh, it is better now. We're working on the audio, you guys. Sorry about that. Little technology, you know how that is. Rachel Clark says, and the food is seasoned, smiley face. Yes, we love you in their comments, Rachel. Thank you so much. Tiffany says, these communities almost seem like a form of control. I would be worried. I tend to be overly cautious, though. I mean, we should all be cautious. You guys, it's not just about artificial intelligence. We're about to have artificial general intelligence, and that's essentially where, it's going to surpass human capabilities. And also we're getting into artificial superintelligence, also known as ASI. So you guys, the future is here. The future is now. Tiffany says, I would lean more towards a profit sharing model. Absolutely. If we could bring Meta to the stage and really be able to actually they have openly admitted to using user data in many cases, but if we could all come together for our bag, just imagine how big in our bag we could possibly be as a collective. So also she says profit sharing encourages more buy-in for all. Absolutely. Love that comment, Tiffany. Thank you. And so NC Worker says, good afternoon, everyone. Yes, it's amazing to have you guys here. And thank you so much for your engagement and comments. Keep it coming. Jalen says, that's crazy. Absolutely. And is. Everything is, continually evolving so rapidly. And so without further ado, you guys, let's really hop into the value that we can provide. As you already know, we are partnering with our organizations to really provide you with maximum value, maximum opportunities, so that everyone here is going to be set up to win. Everyone here is a winner, okay? And everyone here is going to be in their bag. All right. So we're preparing ourselves for the future. So as you guys already know, we of course have the boot camps. And so if you guys are interested in a particular sector of technology, or quality assurance, cybersecurity, or tech sales, then those options are available to you. Sorry, it's breaking up in the audio. I apologize for that. However, tap into the link below if you guys want to start and get into those courses. All you have to do if you are interested in getting started and for a significant discount is just say that I referred you. So say Ash or Ashley referred you, and you'll get a exclusive discount. So you guys can enjoy that. And without further ado, also, if you are unsure of your particular path in artificial intelligence or tech, and so you're kind of like, not really knowing where to go or where to start, then we also offer consultant services. So these are going to be the optimized, personalized career path plan for you. And we also offer them for, everybody all over the world. I literally have clients in Nigeria, Canada, et cetera, et cetera. It's super, super exciting. And so we can also help you to, make that clarity in your career path. So also that link should be down below, whichever option you are interested in, whether it be starting with the bootcamp or getting consultant services, options all available. And so you also want to make sure that you're connecting with both myself and Michael. So also, you guys can connect with us on LinkedIn. We're looking forward to hearing from you, and also on Instagram. So Michael has an amazing platform, also obviously significantly innovative businesses that are really going to change the game and the world and lives. So Michael, do you have anything that you would like to kind of close off on?
Yeah, I like to say so with this partnership that we formed with Tech is the New Black, everyone. Our goal is to provide resources to you guys, anyway, knowledge, tools, opportunities. And what we're doing is building this ecosystem for you. So the more you give us, the more we can help you. So when I say give us, more thoughts, more feedback, more suggestions, like what are you looking for? So some of the things that we're doing as at Buckhead Networking Group and my tech platform, Bizink, is I work with business owners and I'm helping business owners embed technology within their business. Because if you don't embed technology within your business will not survive. It may be a financial model, it may be an AI agent, it may be a marketing tool. What I do here at Bizink, and you can go check out our website, bizinc.io. That is our SaaS tool. But then our business website is business.bizink.io. And that's where you can learn everything about us. And what we do is we have a program that's going to help embed technology into your business. And our goal with Tech is the New Black, as we help these businesses and these entrepreneurs, I'm identifying these, I'm helping these business owners create tech within their business, which is going to now create jobs for people like yourself that's going through the boot camp. So as we help scale these business owners, they need software. They need people building this software. They need people testing the software. They need people that understands the software because everyone's going to have their own AI agent for their business. So if you're learning these skills today, you can now be the tool for that business owner that needs that resource. Because say, for example, if I'm working with a business owner, one of my clients that's making $1 million per year, and I'm telling them like, hey, you just made $1 million this year off of this SaaS platform, but you need to bring in a technical specialist that can build this, do more R&D on your software, on your agent. I got you somebody. Then I come to Tech is the New Black. Hey, who has finished their boot camp that want to work for this business? Now I'm creating jobs. So our goal here is to create jobs. Our goal is to help professionals jump into tech. Our goal is to help business owners get into tech in their business. And our overall mission and our vision is to create an ecosystem that's friendly for any individual that wants to learn tech. And especially why think of AI as 30 years ago when Jeff Bezos started computer science. He started computer science, and everyone now, I talk to a lot of students because I'm the president of Georgia Tech's First Gen Alumni Association. At Georgia Tech, we have everyone going to school for CS. CS isn't the career for the future. AI is. So CS today is like if you AI is like CS in 1994. If you know AI, you're going to get the highest paid jobs. They have companies out there that's paying AI specialists over $120,000 because it's so niche. No one knows it. It's just like CS back then. Now, if you go get a degree for CS, it's like, dang, I got a computer science degree. Where's my six-figure job? Well, everyone has computer science degree. So what we're going to be doing is helping you understand how do you embed AI into your workflow, into your life, and you have to understand if you use it in your personal life, it's going to be easy to convert it into your business world. So the more you use it, adapt to it today in your personal. Don't say, "Oh, I don't want to deal with these robots," or "Oh, I don't like this." That's like saying, "Hey, I don't want to use a cell phone in 2000. Well, if you don't know how to use a cell phone today, you're not going to have a job. You're not even going to be able to live. So understand these are tools that we want to use. These are tools that we need to embed into our businesses. These are tools we need to embed into our life because this is where the future is going. And us as an ecosystem, Tech is the New Black, Bizink, Georgia Tech, Buckhead Networking Group, we are building that ecosystem that's going to serve you. So I'm happy you're a part of it, and thank you for allowing me to speak to you. And thank you, Ash.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Michael. I mean, I think the chat is loving having you here. And also, Tiffany requested your link. So if you have that, Michael, yeah, go ahead, drop that in the chat so people can check out your business. I think that automation, yeah, the audio is definitely tripping right now. I'm so sorry, you guys. However, yeah, technical difficulties. Every time I talk. Okay, anywho, let's get into a few more of these comments. So Jack says, great talk, fabulous to everyone. Thank you so much. Tiffany says the world of AI reminds me of when cybersecurity came into science or came onto the scene. What is it? I think I know, but I'm not sure. Exactly. And so if you guys aren't already into tech, well, there is no better time to get into the tech and AI industry. So run, do not walk into this space. So you guys, if you have any other last minute questions, if you guys want to say anything, tap into the chat right now. But thank you so much for all attending here. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Saturday. And thank you also, Michael, for your innovation. So he did drop his business link in the chat, everybody. So you definitely need to check that out. You don't want to miss out on this innovation and ROI for your business. And so, all right. Thank you, guys. We love to hear from you. So John says, thanks for the info. Of course, John, happy to provide it. And BMN says, thanks. We love you guys. We love having you here. And you know what? We're hoping that you have a blessed Saturday. And also, you know, don't forget to tap into the chat links before we're going to close out. We're going to close out in the next minute or so. Jacqueline has a last minute question. She says, can we get the bootcamp link as well? It should be in the chat link. Like there should be links that are listed that you guys can access. But if not, let me know because I'll add it right now. Because we don't want to, you know, have you guys missing out on all these opportunities. So let me know, guys. If you don't see any links down below, then let me know so I can put it into the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and just, you know, find the link anyway so you can put it in. Okay. Tiffany says she doesn't see Michael's link. Here you go, guys. I just listed it for you guys to see. Definitely check that out. All right, and I'm gonna post the all right. Okay. My computer is frozen right now. I'm not sure if you can see me or hear me.
I can hear you.
We're gonna give it a minute. Okay. A little bit of technical difficulties. Okay, here. You guys, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Okay, I'm gonna give it a minute. See if it gets better. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna add the Tech is the New Black link for you guys, even though I'm probably frozen right.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this. You can follow me on LinkedIn at Michael Fulton II. Like I said, I graduated from Georgia Tech. I will be in their startup cohort for 2024. This spring, we'll be building AI. They just built the AI studio, so I'm super excited to work in their AI studio. And Georgia Tech just has so many resources. So next year, us partnering with Tech is the New Black, we're really going to take tech to the next level for everyone, but business owners, entrepreneurs, professionals, influencers. So, and then we're hosting our Tech Mixer December 14th. So if you're in Atlanta and you want to come and learn more about us, meet us in person, learn more about us, come to our holiday, Hack the Holidays. It's on buckheadnetworkinggroup.com website. We partner with Tech is the New Black. So we're bringing tech to 2025. There's going to be so much. There's so much to learn. I've been learning this, studying tech since I was a kid, 16 years old, when I first really just jumped into it. And I've been studying some of the greatest leaders: Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Jensen Hughes, just understanding how are they moving the future forward? What are some of the implementations? How are the cities changing? How are some of the global things happening overseas, changing the world out in Saudi Arabia, out in Japan? how India is changing the game with all their tech talent. There's so much happening in the world, and there's so much that you have to learn. And I'm here to teach it. I'm here for you to see the future, and I want everyone to be a part of the future. And we have to change the future and make it good for all. So, any information that you want to learn from me, follow me on LinkedIn at Michael Fulton II. Reach out to me, and I'm here to help create jobs too. So that's what I'm doing with Tech is the New Black. So go through the boot camp. Through the boot camp, you're going to get the skills that you need to work for these corporate companies that offer these high paying salaries that can get you into tech and build your resume. So thank you guys for having me. I'm gonna sit around. I'm gonna wait to see if Ash hops back on. But further ado, that's me.
Hello, everyone. I am back. So I see that we're still live. I'm not sure if Michael, if his video is going to be coming up soon. It should be. So let me know in the chat down below. Okay. So I'm not really sure what's going on with technical difficulties, you guys, but I hope that you were able to gain maximum value here in the session. And also thank you so much for attending. It's been a pleasure to have you guys here and also to discuss the future with you. And so without further ado, I did want to get you guys the Tech is the New Black link so you can start off with our bootcamp educational programs. And so I have included it here in the chat for you guys to click on. So I'll give you guys some time to just click on the link if you guys are interested in starting with our boot camp. And I'm so glad BMN says we can see you and hear you. I'm so glad. Thank you so much. So, all right, you guys, last opportunity to tap into the link. Hoping you guys have a blessed Saturday, and thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure that you tap into our next session next Saturday. Looking forward to it. All right, guys, have a great day.